Doink. Hey everybody, it's Friday, and look at that, I'm back. And it's about time, right? Yeah, I know. So, how's everybody doing? It's weird. I haven't had a chat in like 2 weeks. That's the first time since I've had the chat. We can probably ask the chat historian, Gig Ryan 19. He'll probably tell you. I think that's the first time that I haven't had back-to-back chats. And that's weird. Anywho, so we got Ohio on the way to work. You have a beautiful Miss Shalisa show with us tonight, as usual. We have our resident junkie and fucking stalker and driver of the white vans.
You ass.
Just teasing. We have our normal stalker Steve with us. I got an invite out Stumper. I have an invite out to Big Dog Leather, Johnny and my Woodsman. So, anywho, all right. So, if you read the title tonight, it's why we've gotten so sensitive. And I'm getting kind of freaking tired of it, to be honest with you folks. I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but that's how it is with me. Stevie, how come I can't go all the way up to the top?
Don't know.
I know Still in Logs was here at some point. Stevie's in here with us. The other beautiful Sandy's Passions. Still in Logs says, good evening all, gotta go to work. All right, bro, good to see you. I hope all things are well. Of course, Shalisa's in here with us, and that's it for right about now. Anywho, so before Ohio gets to work, all right, I want Ohio was telling me and Steve and Shalisa off air, and this is right up the alley of sensitivity, okay, and why are we so freaking sensitive? All right, so Ohio, tell everybody what you just told us, please.
Okay.
Hey, Nathan.
A friend of mine who is also a YouTuber posted a video on Facebook. Wasn't his video, it was just a repost. But the video is, well, he shared it is what he did. He didn't post it, he shared it on Facebook. The video is a man and his young son, we're going to say probably 7, 8 years old, maybe even 9 at the most, I don't know, not very old. And they're up in a deer stand and they're hunting. And the son harvests his first deer, and it's like an 8-point buck. Shoots it. He's overjoyed, excited. The father is shaking. The camera's going, he's shaking. He's so excited. He's so happy and proud for his son who just harvested his first deer. Tells his son he loves him, like gives him a kiss, like on the forehead, like squeezes him, gives him a kiss, says how proud he is of him, and says, "Oh my gosh, you just bagged your first deer. It's an 8-point buck. Look how big he is. It's huge. Oh my gosh." The kid's like so excited. He's like coming to tears. The dad's in tears. He's so excited for his son. Squeezes him. He's like, "I'm so happy for you." He says, "Give me a kiss. I'm so happy." Kisses his son. And the video kind of ends after that. And the dad keeps, he keeps telling him how proud he is and how he loves him and, how well he did killing his first deer. Great video. Not a problem with it. Here's where the issue comes in. Facebook covers the video where you have to, if anyone's familiar with Facebook, if something has violence or some type of thing that might be offensive, they cover it up and you have to click an extra button in order to see the video. Okay? You killed an animal. I almost want to give them that, but fuck Facebook. they include another button that you can click, and it links you to the Help Center and Facebook in order to help you. Well, you know what? Hang on. I'm coming up to my toll. I don't want to. I'm going to pay this real quick, and then I'll continue my story. It usually takes me about 5 seconds here. Hello.
He doesn't have a speed pass.
Yeah, I don't have a speed pass yet.
Neither do I. So no worries.
Yeah, without the speed pass, I wouldn't get to meet these nice people here. All right. Thank you.
With the speed pass, they wouldn't have a job.
Exactly. Screw speed pass. So, back to where I was. So you uncover the video to watch it. Then there's another thing you can click on. It says Help Center. Facebook provides that. You click on the Help Center, and it takes you to exploited, abused, like physically abused and sexually abused children. And it tells you that Facebook is leaving this video up in order to help the victim in the situation or crime.
Wow.
Okay.
What the hell? Are we that far? Are we that damn sensitive? Here's my theory. The war on men continues, people. If that was a mother kissing her 8-year-old, 9-year-old son, you think it would be blocked? You think it would have a link to sexually abused children, physically abused? So what is it, Facebook? Tell us. I want to know. Is it because the man kissed his son, which is normal for a lot of families? Not every family, not every family, but it's normal in a lot of families at a young age to kiss a son, or a father to kiss his son or his daughter. I know when kids get a little older, it's kind of weird, like I have a 13-year-old. I wouldn't kiss him. I'm sorry. I just wouldn't. But,
See,
when my kids were 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, of course I kissed them. It's an affectionate, shows them love.
I'm Italian. Okay.
Oh, you're kissing up to their 30s.
I don't give a rat's fuck how old you are. My father's 75 years old, and I got no problem kissing him on the cheek every time I see him, giving him a hug, saying hello. I don't give a rat's fuck. If I'm in a house, I don't care if I'm at a gas station. I don't care where the fuck I am. I hug that man, and he gets a kiss on the cheek.
Right. Well, here's the thing with Facebook, though. Is it because the father kissed him or is it because they shot a deer with a gun? Is it sexual abuse, Facebook, or is it physical abuse because he's introduced him to killing an animal?
Well, it can't be if it took you to the link of sexual abuse, right?
Well, it says sexual and physical abuse.
Well, it's not. I don't think that's physical abuse. Taking somebody. Hey, Johnny, how are you, brother?
Yeah, but to the liberal mind, it might be because he's exposing this kid to violence, because he's killing a deer.
Well,
who knows? That family might depend on that deer for food every winter.
And the thing is it genuinely sensitivity, or is it somebody just trying to stir up crap?
I think it's.
I think it's sensitivity and the liberal mindset.
I don't even. I said this to Stevie, though, Ohio. I don't think it's not a partisan thing. It's just ignorant fucks. You know what I mean? I really don't. I don't think because you can find just as many friggin' independents. You can find just as many Republicans. You can find just as many Democrats who will agree with that fucking taking down that video.
Well, just because you're liberal don't mean you're a Democrat. I mean, you can.
I know, but
I'm talking like this. I don't know, man.
Here's what I'm pissed off about. Okay, I'm pissed that a father. First of all, if I can see pictures, here we go. Because I'm telling you right now, I am like fit to be fucking tied. Okay? So, here's the thing. If I can, and they're funny, don't misunderstand me. I'm not like, ooh, that's gross. There's a thing a couple of years ago. Dish put it on Facebook. God bless. I wish he posted every year for me. Okay, it's a chick at the beach. It's kind of vulgar and gross. So how do we say it's that time of the month? Okay, and the inscription reads "Roll Tide." Okay, so all right, and it's like a backwoods hillbilly chick. It's the whole. It's a freaking riot. All right, now I can't put that on my page because I got young nieces, and young nephews. You know what I mean? My mother. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
anyways, if we can see that, that doesn't get censored. Okay, that doesn't get linked to a site where whatever where if you're a hillbilly and you're being made fun of and you're whatever.
How about the man in the thong wearing the bee outfit on the subway dancing in front of all the kids? We've all seen that video. That was huge like a year or two ago.
Why?
Or
Why can that
the man in the man in the leather thong dancing with the giant inflatable penis at the gay parade.
Why
is that not covered up?
Right. Why is that stuff okay? But a father being excited for his son that shot his first deer.
Because it's the progressive. It's the I'm telling you. And
I hope
you got Hillary Clinton coming out and saying it's not time. You can't be civil. It's not time to be civil right now. And then she can make all this go away if we just put her in power.
I don't know if there's anybody. I doubt there's anybody on this panel that agrees with it. But if there is, let me know. If there's anybody out in the chat room, or if you're going to watch this tomorrow, and by the way, Uncle Kyle, how the hell are you, brother?
Peace, buddy.
If there's anybody going to watch this tomorrow, please comment on this chat and let me know if I'm in left freaking field. And I don't have an issue with you telling me, Mike, you're out of it, dude. Okay? I want somebody to explain to me why the stuff that Ohio just said, with the guy with the friggin' inflatable brick and all that, and what I just said, and you guys see them on Facebook. I mean, there's millions of them. Why is that stuff okay, but a father can't kiss his son on the forehead and say, congratulations, you your first deer?
You know what a lot of it reminds me of? You ever seen a very much too spoiled of a child, and they create this big drama over everything so they can get their way? That's what it reminds me of.
It's just, I don't know.
But it's okay to lead your kid down the path of being a transgender when he's older, or she.
Well,
but even that doesn't bother me. I don't care. See, here's my thing, right? I don't care. You want to be what you want to be. I don't care if you want to be both. I don't care if you're a chick with a penis. Brother,
you just say the
I don't care. Okay, I don't. Be what you want to be.
You know what? I mean? I'll say this: be what you want to be at the age appropriate. It's time to be that.
Yeah.
But there's parents out there forcing their young boys to dress like girls. There's parents out there turning their young girls into boys because it's what the parents want. It's just as bad as a dad making his son play football and try to live out his dreams of playing football because he never succeeded. Right. You see it in baseball, you see it in soccer. There's the dad on the sideline that, pushes that son or daughter. I'm not going to, discriminate because there are some good female football players out there, right, Mike? But we already went down that road once, chat before a couple weeks ago. I was just sticking the knife in a little harder and twisting it.
Yep.
But
you're doing good. Don't forget.
There's parents out there that are. I have a family member that's used to be a cheerleader back in her day, and everything's about her daughter cheering. They're going to she don't want nothing to do with that, man. She wants to hang out with her friends, but yet she's dragging her to cheerleading competitions all over the damn country, and she's tired of it, you know. But yet, because mom didn't get to do this because she wasn't good enough at
Right.
one time in her life, now the daughter has to suffer the consequences of mommy living out her dream.
You remember that show Dance Moms?
Oh,
my
that
God.
show's terrible.
That
Dude,
used to be
I live that.
grimy.
Dude, I live it. I have a daughter that dances competitively. Trust me.
Yeah, but I bet your daughter wants to dance.
Yeah, she
She's not
absolutely loves
forced to dance because mom could have
No.
been a dancer and had
it.
dead.
No. Shelly, so what were you gonna say?
I don't know. How long ago was it?
About 30 seconds ago, you were gonna interrupt Ohio. Go ahead.
Oh man. I know I wanted to say something when you asked why does everybody make a big deal out of something like this and not make a big deal out of the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are we talking about right now? I mean, it gets us all hyped up and complaining, and when all the other stuff happens, we don't make a big enough deal about it.
The old wag the dog trick, eh?
Yeah. Plus we're getting hyped up. They're doing it to what is basically, I would say, probably like a conservative lifestyle, hunting. You know what I mean? The father and son out hunting. That's more of a conservative thing, wouldn't you think? Second Amendment people, hunters, you know.
It seems to be slanted more towards that as a target.
Yeah. Hey, I just rolled in. I'm going to go in and check in and see what's going on. If it's not busy, I might throw back on here, okay?
All right. A couple of people just popped in, and I want to say hello. Stan Nulch, I got you already, but I'm going to say hello again. HRM Weapons, how are you, bud? Good to see you.
Been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Vanessa Kitty, hello, sweetheart. How are you? Good to see you. Oh, by the way, I was in the neighborhood of I went to the gate and I took the street the other way out because I was leaving to go to Marlboro, but I went right by Hanscom the other day. Who did I miss? Stumpa, you have an invite.
You said
And
a
yes,
while back, check your phone, Mike.
okay. And I missed her, but I'm gonna save the best for last, right? Hello, guns girl.
Mikey's out of practice. That just wasn't.
I know. Pete Ascot, how you doing, brother?
It wasn't creepy at all. What the hell?
I know. Here's so it has to end at some point. Johnny, what's happened? What do you think, Johnny?
I don't know. I got into this conversation a little bit late, but
all right. Well, you see the title to the chat. I'll give you the story that Ohio told you in a short form.
After he unfreezes.
Son hunt. Kid shot a 10-point buck. Kid kissed his father, kissed his son. You know, he made a video. It's on Facebook, right? And YouTube. Father kissed the son. Blah blah blah. When you click on the link to the video, Facebook, it sends you to a help center at Facebook for those that are abused and sexually abused people, and they're leaving that video up.
To help the victim.
But Ohio and neither of us, though, still know whether it's about the kiss or the hunting or whatever, right? It's still just a guess? Or do we know that it was actually because the guy kissed his son?
Yeah, well, the thing is, they won't say.
Right.
But it does.
So we're left to assume.
You know, sexually abused child thing.
But here's the thing, right? I mean, in Ohio also said off air, He did a video and put it on Facebook about him shooting his AR, and Facebook took it down. Okay. He puts it back up again, Facebook takes it down again. He puts it back up, Facebook takes it down. He's probably going to go to Facebook jail if he does it again. All right. So why can't a guy that's just shooting targets, okay? He's not shooting at a scarecrow that's dressed like Santa. He's not shooting at a scarecrow that's dressed like Hillary Clinton or Trump or anybody like that. Okay. So if he's just shooting targets, why is the video being taken down? Why have we become, and I say we because we as a nation, right? Why have we become so sensitive that you can't post a shooting video on Facebook, yet you can post sexual innuendo shit and all that shit on? Why is I just need somebody to explain to me why it's okay over here but not over here, and maybe I'll relax about it. I just, G-Trap, how the hell you doing, buddy? I don't know. It's just pissing me off. Pex 2A, how you doing? I don't know.
Needs to be more of a balance here. Too much of this and too little of that.
Stan said because the leftists are hypocrites, right?
Yeah, it's all Trump's fault.
Well, yeah, no shit. That poor bastard gets blamed for everything.
You know what it reminds me of? The old day witch hunts.
Yeah, it's all right. Look, I'll go down this road for a minute. Sandy, don't get mad. This isn't political, okay? But it might be, but it may not be, all right? But you can make that decision. I want to know why the cabinet members of our current president go into a restaurant and get accosted and booed and everything else because she has a job to do, and she does her job. To me, I think she does it excellent because of the shit she deals with, okay? Why are they going into public being booed, and why are they being asked to leave certain public venues, be it a restaurant or whatever else, just because they work at the White House? That is ignorant.
Would said people happen to be Republicans?
Well, I'm assuming so, like, because it's what's her name, right? But my thing is that, and here's where things piss me off, okay? Because again, I need somebody to say, Mike, you're out there, you're in La La Land, or you're just an idiot. I need someone to give me one instance in the 8 years that President Obama was president. I need somebody to give me one instance where any of his cabinet people, anybody that worked in that flipping White House, went to a flipping restaurant, breakfast joint, whatever, and was accosted. Oh, you can't be in here, blah, 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 whatever, got booed, whatever the case may have been. I need somebody to tell me that, Mikey, that actually happened, and I'll close my hole.
Mikey, back then you didn't dare because you would have
been labeled a fucking racist. It's piss. I'm telling you, I am so pissed. It's not even funny. And here's what tops off the whole thing, right? There's nobody can, half the people who can vote never vote. Yes, I do know that. That's I do know that.
Half of people came out of nowhere when somebody came into office.
Yes, we did.
It's mind-boggling to me, and there's a guy at work says to me, Mike, well, fuck him. I go, no. I go, that's not to piss you off. I go, I said, and I told her, I says, a friend of mine's got a fucking shirt, Stevie, that says fucking Trump on it. I says, I fucking want one. But here's the deal, right? I wear that in fucking Massachusetts. I'm going to jail.
You're going somewhere.
Because here's what's going to happen. A male is going to say to me, well, you fucking, and the male's going to go on his ass. And if he can't, I'm going to fucking be put in the hospital trying to do it. I'll tell you that.
Right.
I'm done with it.
If said people you were talking about in restaurants and getting their custard and getting booed and stuff happen to be Republicans, there just so happens to be a big mouth Democrat named Maxine Waters, the head of the pimple, just saying, who publicly were telling them to do that.
Well,
matter of fact, charges are up and coming against her for doing that, inciting a riot and what have you.
Very strange.
I think it's absolutely friggin' disgusting. I think hey, listen, I thought it was absolutely fucking disgusting when a few, not any of you guys, by the way, Stump knows him. a few people wanted, and no pun intended, well, I can't say it this way because then YouTube will shut me off. They wanted Obama gone, like to heaven gone. Okay.
Wrong direction, brother.
And and I told him, I said, you're wrong. I go, you know, I'm not agreeing that he's a good guy, and I'm not agreeing with all this. Okay, I'm not agreeing with any of that. But see, I guess I'm just different because just because my guy doesn't get in there, and yes, I'm being sexist. Sorry, ladies. Just because my guy doesn't get voted in, does that mean I'm going to spend the next 4 to 8 years bitching and moaning about it? No. I've always supported the president, a sitting president, whether I voted for him or whether I didn't vote for him, because I'm an American.
That's right.
Okay. And that's just how I am. I'm not telling everybody that's how you have to be. That's just how I am.
I wouldn't say I necessarily support a president that I don't like, but I do have respect.
Absolutely. So like
that is the president, and you show the person holding that office the respect that is due that
absolutely
office.
Now let me ask you this. Everybody knows I voted for Obama once. Everybody knows it. If you were invited to the White House, because I'm guessing everybody here was a something other than voted for Obama. Okay, so that's just a guess. Anywho, let's just say you got a phone call from the White House, right? And you had a chance to meet the president. Whether you liked his politics or not, put that aside. Do you go to the White House to meet the president? Me?
Oh yeah, you do.
Me? Damn Skippy, sure.
And you know what? If you're having a really, really good day, he might even take one of your suggestions and run with it. You never know.
Johnny Massardam's done. How are you?
Yep. What's up, Johnny?
So I just can't. I did. My guy did get voted in, Johnny, once, but I didn't vote for him twice, and you know that.
I can't believe you did that shit. And then fucking
Hey.
admitted to it. That's
Hey, I
damn.
voted for Bill Clinton too. Listen, there's nobody can sit here and tell me. First of all, the guy could talk a fish up a cat truck. That man could capture an audience like there's nobody's business. All right, great speaker. The guy's a great fucking speaker. I mean, even if you hate the guy's guts, you have to give him that. Okay. And the only two things that really fucked up was the assault weapons ban and NAFTA with fucking old man Bush. Other than that, he got laid. Big deal. Like that's a crime. You know what I mean? It's like everybody's pissed off at Kanye West for saying motherfucker in the Oval Office. Do you think that's the most rottenest thing that ever came out of somebody's mouth or into somebody's mouth in that fucking office? Come on. You know.
Where are you going?
Well, I don't know, but all I know is I mean, Republicans and liberals and all that. And I have nothing. I'm a pretty damn liberal kind of fella. Do whatever you're going to do. As long as you ain't hurting nobody, I'm good with it. Pretty much.
Good point, Vanessa.
But the other side, the Democrats are getting so bad that Democrats are getting rid of their flag and coming over and being Republicans now. So what's that tell you how bad it's getting?
And Vanessa makes a great point. Bush won the first one, the old man. He signed the gun-free zone laws.
Right.
Okay. Republican to the day he dies, right? From the time he was born to the day he dies, he's conservative. And he signed the gun-free law. That's why I don't really coincide the partisan shit with when it comes to guns. I really don't. He lied when he broke his authority when he had relations with that woman. So what?
Show me a single fucking.
They all lie, Stan.
Never lied, right? Like, damn.
But anywho, I just. And Vanessa also said something when she served under two presidents when she was in the service. That's got to be tough too, because can you imagine? I guess you couldn't be. I'm not saying you couldn't be in the service, but you know, like these yahoos that are yelling at people in a restaurant because you're working under Trump or you're working in the White House or whatever, right? Can you imagine? I mean, not every person in the military is fucking Republican, right? This is my point. They're not all Republican yet. They're out there doing their job and keeping their fucking yap shut. Yeah, we're a free country. Yeah, we have the right to open our mouths, but it's wrong the way these people are doing this. I'm going to give you another little tidbit. I was talking to a friend of mine from high school. Really, and you know, we were good friends out of high school too, and everything. And I drove through her town the other day. So I Facebooked her and said, "Hey, I just drove through your town. I like the scarecrows." She began to tell me the stories about the scarecrows. Okay. And they're pretty cool. These people take the time and they make them pretty nice. They're not just, you know, boom, boom, boom. A lot of them are themed. One could be Santa Claus, one could be whatever, right? Are you ready for this? You ready for this? One person or family, whatever, did Crayola crayons, scarecrows. How about that? But there was an issue. Anybody want to take a wild guess what color they left out? What colors they left out, I should say.
White.
Another one.
Black.
Here you go. So, do I really need to tell you what happened with that? You people are racist. You don't have the black crayon out there. Ba 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 ba.
Yeah, but we thought if we used the black crayon, then we'd be accused of exploiting.
You ready? I don't have a white one out there either, but you're not complaining about that.
Ah.
Why? Why are we so fucking sensitive?
Because everybody's a pussy now, Mike.
Yeah, but how did we get this way? How did we get from and when I say this, right? Yeah, that's why she's Republican, because he left a bad taste in her mouth. I'm not asking for us to go and, go back to the, 1800s, the early 90s. You know what I mean? I'm not asking for all that. Okay.
You ain't got to go back nowhere near that far to fix
No, but
it.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying that we should be
30 years you can fix it.
I'm not saying we shouldn't be. There's a difference between being sensitive and being super oversensitive, which we all are today, and you can see it in social media. You can see it in the general public. That we,
Mike, it sounds like you're saying, "Let's make America great again." Just saying.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that I
can help you out where it went wrong. What was the biggest influence on the decline we have, and what is our younger generations today? Real simple. When's the last time you heard of a school allowing prayer, allowing the students to do their Pledge of Allegiance? When's the last time you heard of families doing family shit, the whole family, not, well, I've got my dad this weekend, maybe we can do that next weekend, Mom. None of that fucking retarded bullshit. Parents quit being parents. They started being pussies and gave every kid a fucking trophy.
And started
Didn't have to earn a fucking thing.
See, I think it all ties in with that. I think with what you're saying, Stump. I think it all ties in with the left has an agenda to divide and conquer for decades. It started and resides in academia. Right on, Stan Ulch. It's also kind of like the great I am, right? So, like,
well, we also had the me generation that led
what I'm talking about.
to the timeout generation.
But I think the me generation is back because, like, if you think about it, people just drive, right? And people get like you guys obviously know I drive for a living. Stump, Stump does too. All right. And you don't have to drive for a living to see it. You just have to drive, period. Okay. But when you drive 350 miles a day, you get to see more of it, I guess. But people are so sensitive, ignorant on the road. It's like, you're driving in the first lane and you can see them on the exit, coming on the exit ramp, and they're doing 100 because they have to get in front of you.
Yep.
I have to get in front of you. Don't you know I'm in a rush?
And if you dare honk your horn at them, you're liable to get shot at or your ass kicked on the side of the highway.
I mean, seriously. Whether it can, I've just never seen it so. I don't remember, even in my late teens, early 20s, because I don't remember my late 20s, my early 30s. So, I don't remember it being this bad. I just don't. Like even going away now, even if you want to, you go camping.
I blame Walmart.
Right.
We used to have small towns and small town stores and tight knit communities, and Now we got all these big stores and we're overpopulating and there's not that.
Yeah, you don't know anybody anymore.
Yeah, that sense of local community. It's gone. It's
There's
damn
less and less of that the more overpopulated we get.
Yeah.
Good point.
You know, it's. I mean, when I went camping with my son, the guy, swear to God, the guy saw me, but until this day, he you know. Anyway, the guy come over. He was there for like a week and a half or whatever. I was just there from Thursday to Sunday, and he come over. I got putting a tent. I just got the tent up with my son, and we're just starting to bring the gear and everything in. And the guy come over, stuck out his hand high, blah blah blah. We started shooting the shit. You know, he went out fishing that night. He caught some trout, and he saw I was having a little bit of difficulty with the wind and the fire I was had. I mean, I had a great fire going. It's just that I couldn't keep heat enough so I had to keep lowering the grill down to the fire, you know. But he come over with 2 pieces of trout. But you know, him and I, we got into talking, and you know, I was telling my wife, I go, a lot of places you don't see that no more. You know, people that never met. You know, like everybody thinks I'm an idiot because I can stand in line at the fucking waiting to get a pack of cigarettes and talk to the person behind me or in front of me. You know, and it's like it's just the way I am. You know, I don't know.
Sometimes you're scared to talk to neighbors because then you end up in court for something.
Guess it all depends on where you live.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah. Amongst all this, I've kind of got a question here too that just something for everybody to roll around in the back of their head. It's guys like Steve, and Steve, I'm not picking on you here. Steve's getting up in age. Steve's a carpenter. Steve, how many young dudes are rushing into your field right now?
Brother, and at my workplace alone, I am the lowest man on the totem pole, and I've been there 20 years.
Yeah. Your trades and all, like was brought up in here a second ago. How many kids you know now are running out and they want to be a fucking pipe fitter or a welder?
They're all IT guys.
Real trade.
They all want to do IT shit.
IT guy. Who the fuck's gonna build the building?
Yeah. Yeah, this up and coming, whatever it is, generation or whatever, it's like they don't think ahead. It's like right now is all that matters.
It's worse than that, too. It's also they think. I'm sorry, Johnny. Go ahead.
No skilled trades anymore.
No.
Yeah.
I can tell you from experience in the school system, they don't teach anything like that anymore.
Yeah.
It's all computers now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have metal shop and welding shop and wood shop like we had in school.
Right.
See, I had to go to a separate school for that. I had to go to the Voc for that. Now, some people have their Voc connected to their high school. I didn't have that. Mine, we had a school that 5 towns. We had, I went to school with kids from 4 different towns. It was the next town over, so it wasn't too far for me. But it was they called it Shawshene Valley Technical High School, and it's a Voc. That's all it is. It's a shop from metal fab to carpentry to small engines to auto body to diesel, HVAC, plumbing. Well, plumbing and heating together, right?
Kind of.
Then they had one for like the jack of all trades. It was maintenance mechanical or something like that. You did everything. You did everything. You welded. You did it all. You fixed windows. You fixed screens. You did, all that bullshit. They had culinary arts. They had what do you call it? Business tech, for the computer shit. They had the hairdressing school shit. What do you call that?
Somethingology, cosmetology.
Cosmopology, right? They had that. They don't see now. When I was going to school, you went there because you wanted to learn a trade, okay? And like even back in the 80s, 99.9% of the people that went to that school did not go to college. Okay, you went from high school to your trade. Okay, because your hours once you became a sophomore, I believe, your time from being a sophomore, junior, and a senior, and you had job placement, that would count towards your journeyman. You know what I'm saying? Your journeyman hours. But yeah, you don't. But my nieces and nephews all went there, and 2 of them went to college right afterwards. But she did. I have one that's an engineer, a civil engineer. But yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't get over when she ever told me that, and then the wheels just started spinning in my brain, and I just got. We became and so like, raise your hand if you had Sunday dinners when you were a kid, right?
Yeah.
So, right, and we don't do that anymore. We don't do that anymore for lots of reasons, but up here in Massachusetts, I don't think we do that anymore because of the blue laws. And the blue laws, what the blue laws are up here is, I don't know if they're the same everywhere, but they call them a blue law here is that they allow the stores to be open on Sunday. Stores never. When I was a small kid and a young teenager, about 13, 14 years old, the stores weren't open.
Right.
They were closed. I mean, even mom and the corner store up the street was open only because after church the people went in and got a newspaper or whatever, and then they closed. It was almost as if Sunday was like an unwritten rule, and they called it Family Day. You know what I mean? And then they allowed us to, the politicians came out and said, "Oh, this will help the state economy. This will help, this, that, and the other thing." And they told you everything will help, but they didn't tell you everything that it was going to fucking take away.
Yeah. Plus, the church was kind of behind the blue laws too, and the state didn't like that.
No, because that's in a lot of people. If you look again, I don't like really talking religion, but if you look at attendance in churches, down. Why? Because everybody's working. I'm telling you. And
that, and there's a lot of fake churches out there now.
I get that, but you know what I'm saying? The majority is because a lot of people, and it's just, I just don't get it. I don't know.
No, it didn't happen overnight. We've been building up to it for years. And I think a lot of it started with the timeout generation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like Black Fridays.
Yeah. Right.
So Thanksgiving, we used to have to set up like 6 tables for like 40 cousins and aunts and uncles and you name it, man. Everybody would be there. That was a big shindig. Christmas too, but now stores are all open. People's working.
Yep.
Absolutely. It used to be a big tradition. You know, this year we had it at Aunt Sonia's house. Next year
Yep.
it's at so-and-so's house.
Yep.
Yep. Even Friday, my aunts and uncles and people playing cards every Friday night.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Penny Annie.
Yep.
Oh, they play gin rummy or they play kitty whist or whatever, and
Cribbage.
Your neighbor, all that stuff.
yeah, you know, and it's we don't do that anymore. You know why? Because now instead of a TV with 5 channels, we have 555 channels.
That and both parents working.
Yeah. You know, my wife, she puts up with more than I do, you know. And when she's had enough, you know, she'll even say to me, because, you know, sometimes things get out of hand, you know. I'm taking this one a sock, I'm taking that one a dance. She does it all during the week, you know what I mean? While I'm at work at FedEx, and on the weekend she's work. Like tonight she's at work. So tomorrow I'm cotton, you know, going to soccer, doing, and then I got, apparently camera girl just let me know that I have to take out her whole soccer team to Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh boy.
It's her birthday tomorrow, so I can't say no to her. So, but when the wife says, so we're all running around, you know, but when the wife says, hey, I want to go apple picking, I don't say no to her. I don't say, hey, you know, we just go, you know, because everybody's going every which way. And like you said, Stevie, you know, you got both people working, which, you know, when back in the day that didn't happen. In those days, I'm going to be back, you know, unfortunately.
There he is. Hey, Gear.
There he is, glass historian right there.
Right on. What's up, Gear?
We ain't setting shit down, Gear. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, I'll never understand. I'll never understand why things became, you know, it's all about me and you know,
That and participation trophies. I mean, why are you going to try if you get a trophy anyhow?
Yeah, that shit's got to go the fuck away, dude.
you know,
Like you just said, there's no incentive to earn jack shit. And hey, Tim, go ahead and talk now. Sorry about that.
Just saying hi. How y'all doing?
What up, Tim?
Not too much. How y'all doing?
what's up? So, but I mean, it started. I mean, there's so many factors that go into it, right? Because if you think about it, right, like when I was a kid, right, my sisters didn't shovel snow. All right, my sisters didn't rake a yard, didn't cut a lawn. You know what I'm saying? They had 4 brothers that did that bullshit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Them days are over. When I had the house, you know, camera girl was like 4, and she used to hang on to the middle bar because I had to push the lawnmower, this fat ass, and I didn't have no fucking ride on. And, you know, she'd hang on to the middle of the bar to push the lawnmower and come with me to, you know, walking down the fucking lawn. And, but
Back then, the girls were learning how to cook and do laundry.
Yep.
You know, stuff like that.
Right. And today that's sexist. So,
yeah.
It's bad.
I'm serious though. I don't mean to be, but
it's bad.
It's like we have this in our family. We have this thing, right? So like, if we go over, so we don't allow the women to do any cooking during the holidays. I mean, they cook, but not like, you know, they'll bring a dish or something. But you know what I'm saying? But they don't do clean up. The guys do. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just how we are. When I was a kid and we had to go get firewood, we were up north, and my dad said, "Hey, it's firewood time. Let's go." It was generally me and my brother that's 3 years younger than me. The other two were just too young. The girls didn't come with us. You know, you know. But all that shit changes, and all that shit, I think, that gets into society and on social media and all that bullshit. And this is why, one of the reasons why I think that we're having the problems we have today. You know?
Yeah, we didn't have computers and smartphones when we were kids.
Yeah. So like these kids, the people today, and it's not just kids, it's young adults too. They don't know how to even. So I had a guy at work a few years back that boss tells me, he says, "Call him, find out where it's stump. I'll see you later." Boss calls me and says, "Find out where he is." Now you're talking about a kid who was probably at the time, 25-ish, 26 years, something like that. Okay, so you're not talking a 15-year-old fucking kid, all right? Call him, find out where he is. Okay. So I call the kid. I go, "Hey, boss wants to know where the hell you are." He says, "Well, I'm in New Hampshire." I says, "No shit, you had a New Hampshire run today. New Hampshire's a big state. Where are you in New Hampshire?" "I don't know." "What do you mean you don't know?" He says, "I don't know." I said, "You're fucking kidding me." He said, "No." I go, "Where?" Like, okay, so are you on a highway? Are you on a, "Oh, I'm on 93. I says, "Okay, we're getting better. What exit number you at?" "Oh, what was the last one you went by?" "I don't know." I said, "Well, good. Stay on the phone and tell me the next fucking exit you go by." He goes, "Oh, I just went by exit 4. I says, "Okay, so you're in Londonderry." "Oh, excuse me." I says, "You're in Derry." I says, "You'll be in Londonderry in about fucking 3 minutes." He said, "Okay." You know why he couldn't tell me where he was?
He's texting.
Huh?
He's texting.
No, because he doesn't know how to read fucking signs.
Oh.
They don't know how to read a fucking map book. They don't read a highway sign that says, "Welcome to fucking New Hampshire," or "Welcome to, Concord, New Hampshire," or whatever. You know what I mean? You know what they do? They punch into directions on the fucking phone. They listen to the lady tell them which way to go. And that's it.
Right.
They don't have a fucking clue. Not a clue. It's amazing.
That's just like they ain't teaching cursive writing in school now. What the hell are you going to use for illegal?
Well, they want us to start going back to use the X for a legal signature so they can just sign your name to anything.
Fingerprint, and eyeball scan or some weird shit.
But that's when the phone fails, they're fucked. They won't be able to get anywhere from anywhere.
Yep.
Except for some of us who are really good with navigation and all those fashion.
Here's how I teach it to my daughters, right? I try to teach them sense of direction. And so I said to my daughter one day, I said, "Honey," I says, "do you know which direction you're going, like north, south, east, or west?" She goes, "Well, we're going south, Dad." I said, "Okay." I said, "Do me a favor." She said, "What is this?" I said, "Can you point towards the Atlantic Ocean? Like if there was no trees, no buildings, no nothing, and we were, a half a mile in the air, you could probably see the ocean. I said, do you know which way it is? And she said, no. I said, okay. I said, so if you're headed south, I said, which way is the ocean? She goes, east. I said, all right, you got that. So which way would east be if you're heading south? She goes, that way. I was okay. And I do this with both of them all the time.
There you go.
I get them to read this, like I live off just a little, it's not a major highway, but it's 113, okay? And I get them to read, I says, what's that sign read? And they'll be like, it says east on 113. I says, okay. I said, so now listen, you might be going northeast, but you're still going east. And, but I just try to get them to, envision where they are, like photographically almost, you know what I mean?
Yep. And it's simple to do. You can make a game out of it.
That's awesome. And you got to keep a good relationship with them so they listen to you. There's a lot of people these days, their excuse is, well, I can't tell my kid shit. Well, you got to build that relationship so they want to listen to you. That's just awesome.
I mean, they know the exit number to get off at each one of my brother's houses because I take the highway. I won't go the back roads. And they know each exit number to get off at. When I get off, like I'll have camera girl. When we go down to Wilmington or whatever. It's only like 10 miles away. And I'll say to her, okay, how do I get home? Cool. Yeah, we will. In case you guys, people that are listening and not, well, maybe listening tomorrow. If you're not, Gear put out, if you're not already, make sure you're sub to Bill Gowdy. Not only because he has some sweet giveaways going on, but because his vids are great.
I've met that man in person.
Have you?
Guy.
Stan Out says Stan, did I tell you how great it is to see you back here? Stan says most wouldn't even know about true north versus magnetic north and how to tell the difference with the magnetic declination calculation. Exactly.
I know the difference. True North is a great YouTube channel.
But I'm probably going to say it wrong, Stan, so help me out, right? How many degrees is it off? Is it 13? Is that too many? I think that's too many.
Yeah, it seems like 3 or something.
Yeah, 3. I think it's 3. It might be.
That's a lot when you start talking. Go traveling, 50 miles or 100 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be 3. It's got to be 3 degrees. But you're right. Most kids wouldn't know that today.
And what's that most important for? Is that for when you're out on the ocean? What's the most important need to know the difference between true north versus magnetic north? Do you know why that would be so important to know that one?
Well,
I'm just curious.
Well, out on the ocean, magnetic north would take you off on an angle towards the North Pole.
No, it'll take
Whereas true north, you'd be going straight up.
It'll take you northeast, Stevie, correct?
Well, it depends on what side of the North Pole you're on.
All right, well, good point by you for saying that. Magnetic. All right, Stan answered me back. He said it varies year by year. There's a table you can use to calculate it. Magnetic declination is the change of magnetic north over time. Jay Watt, how the hell you doing? So that's just how that's Mike's take tonight on why I'm pissed off. Because we're too fucking sensitive as a society. So remember, if you haven't learned anything tonight from what we're shooting the shit about, I don't give a shit if it's letting somebody out of a street. Let them out. You ain't all that important. Just let them out. You know what I mean? Hey, look, I don't like getting stuck behind Nana Finn either. But guess what? Shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I looked it up. You want me to read it?
Yes, please.
Here we go. A compass needle, a compass needle will point to the direction of the magnetic North Pole, but it doesn't mean that the compass always points to the geographic North Pole. This difference is magnetic inclination. The Earth's magnetic north is changing every day because of the hot liquid metal that surrounds the inner core.
What? There's hot liquid metal in the core of the Earth?
No way.
No way.
Would that be magma? Sort of sounds like magnetic. Magnet. Wow.
And that's where they make 9mm mags out of.
Remember, the poles aren't shifting, Stan said. Here's one thing I want to. When I took my hunter safety course, and I wish they have another one on navigation, and I should probably take it, right? Because every time I get turned around in the fucking woods, anyways, right? Up in Maine, anyways. But anyway, they had they did. It was only like maybe a half hour of the class. They did it. You can have your starting point at your car, and you go on a map, and you have your compass, and you make it, and it's all math and everything like that. And then you have to move the fucking compass and da 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 da. And you draw your line, you're right back where the fuck you started from. You're right back to your car within about fucking, not even 100 feet, which I find fascinating. But one of these days, I'm going to go and take the navigation course if I can ever get a night off of FedEx. I think it's a 3-week course. But it's pretty cool. And I think it's cool to right on, Stan. Stan said, yeah, your location is always pertinent, but also the fluctuation of the pole. Oh, yeah, there are huge variances for local fields, i.e. magnetic hill. Yeah, well, that's the other thing they told us in hunter safety classes. When you do go out and buy a compass, to take like 3 or 4 of them off the shelf. And make sure they all, if all 4 or 5 of them that you took off the shelf read the same, then you're all set. The one that reads different isn't right. Not reading properly for whatever reason.
Try to get one without a bubble on it too.
Yep. So that's what they told us. Don't get the one with the bubble. Yeah, I try to do that, Vanessa. There's an app now. It'll give me just for lands. It was on actually Tree Trapper, I think, shared it on Facebook, and then I saw it and I downloaded the app. Yeah, Topo Maps. Yeah, Stan, those are great to read. It tells you all the public land, private land, and all that bullshit, and then it gets into deeper. It gets into topographical. I was gonna say Topo Map. Right on your cell phone, and it is kind of cool. V-Borg, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend.
V-Borg.
Gunskill, where you gonna go hunting? But no, I think it's really important to teach, especially the young ones. The quote unquote old way of doing things, or old ways of doing things, I should say, right? And not that they shouldn't use technology, because I use technology. Why the fuck can't you? You know what I mean? But it's like, okay, does anybody watch Mountain Men?
I tried. I got through a few of them.
Right. Anybody out? Anybody out in the chat room? Anybody watch Mountain Men? And there's a reason behind my madness on why I'm asking this question. But I keep, obviously there's a delay, so I gotta. Stan says his club has our annual pumpkin shoot this weekend. I think I'm gonna take. Good.
I don't watch TV, but last Sunday I had someone give me a ride to the pharmacy, and he was blabbering on and on and on about Mountain Man and some guy in his 80s, and I don't know, but he was talking very highly about the show.
Hey, you Bodega. Yeah, Tom does, he's a trapper and all that, and he does the skin and all, and he builds his own log cabin. They did a set of stairs last night in this guy's house. No nails, no nothing. They used to come along to get it up there, and they cut it. So they cut this tree down, right? And they split the tree in half. But to split the tree in half, they put a 2x4 on. They put the 2x4 in the center of the tree, and then took a chainsaw and just went down used the 2x4 as a guide, and split the tree in half. For the stringers, for the stringers of the stairs. I find it wicked interesting. They notched it and everything. They didn't use a nail. They didn't use pegs, anything. It was just fantastic. Anyways, there's a guy on there, Eustace Conway, I think is his name. He's got a ton of land down in
Eustace.
Yeah. He's got a ton of land down in one of the Carolinas. He calls it Turtle Island. Anyways, this guy goes and finds machinery that's fucking 100 years old, starts it, and it gets it going. Okay? To me, that's fascinating. Okay?
HRM knows a little bit about that.
I just think it's fascinating how, first of all, he tries to live back in the day and all that. Obviously, he uses modern things, but you know what I'm saying. But he's got the old, what do you call it, drill, and it's cool. But he gets this machinery running, and it's fascinating. And the only reason that I can come up with that he gets to do this is that because the engines back then were, for us today, they're easier to work on than the cars today, Oh, I didn't see Johnny. Good night, Johnny. All right, sounds good, buddy. I just think it's fascinating how he uses things that are, wicked old.
Right. I really had high hopes for that show, and I started watching it, but then it just got, well, it kind of lost me at $1,000 beaver skin, stuff like that. It's like, the drama of it kind of killed I was hoping, especially that one guy who flies his plane up in Alaska to the trap line and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had such high hopes.
Yeah, I forget his name, but yeah, he does that. And here's another thing. He's a guy, he built a trapper's cabin all by himself. But he had to go back. My point of all this, right, it isn't really about whether you like the show or whatever. If you think about it, right? To build a log cabin, I mean a hunter's cabin, I mean a trapper's cabin by yourself. Prenicky did it too, right? He did his all by himself too. All right. That shit doesn't happen today. Like out in populated in a populated guys don't even build a 16 by 20 shed by themselves. You know what I'm saying here? And they're not using, hammer and nails either. They got a fucking nail gun with a compressor. They got, you know what I'm saying? They got people to help them put up the gable ends. All right. These guys built. Granted, I get that a trapping cabin isn't, However, those logs aren't fucking 10 pounds each.
Right. That's why I stick with YouTube.
Okay. And these guys, and he's doing it by himself. To me, I find that amazing. Okay. Not that amazing that, oh, geez, I can't believe he did that. But we go back to how the Egyptians did all their work, right? Hello. I mean, do I need to say any more? They go back to the old days.
Well, technically, the Egyptians had a lot of free helpers.
Well, yes, I get that. But my greater point is that they did all that shit without mechanical shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very little. And homemade mechanical.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he uses a chainsaw. I get all that. I'm not talking about, I'm talking about this guy dragged all the shit. He cut it all down. He dragged it all. Okay. And now he's by himself. He has to go up on the wall, get down off the wall, go to the bed, go down the other side, get that. Are you fucking kidding me? By himself. I just find it fascinating. I think it's great. That's all I'm trying to say, I guess.
Right. Norm's buddy from True North Living, Norm's buddy Dave from Trapping World built his own trapper's cabin by himself.
Really?
Yeah, without commercials. Just saying.
No, it's just awesome to me.
Yeah, that was awesome. Was it 2 years ago? I think he did that.
I find it fascinating as all hell. I really do. One, because I couldn't do it. That's why I find it. That's one of the reasons why I find it fascinating. I suppose if I had to. I suppose if something happened, I was out in the wilderness by myself. I was camping or whatever, and something stupid happened that I was going to be there for. Yeah, I could. It wouldn't be out of trees though. It'd be more like
bushes.
More like a super shelter with fucking saplings, 5 inches round or something. But you guys know what I'm saying, right?
Right.
But
well, the way Dave, you should go watch that series. The way Dave explains it, anybody could do it. The guy is very good at explaining what he was doing and why, without being boring and
right. But hoisting all the logs up by yourself, I mean,
yeah.
51 years old, I ain't hoisting shit by myself.
Dude, he's older than you are.
I know he is.
What is Dave?
Dave's got to be in the 60s or late, very
like
late.
57, 58.
I was going to say very late 50s.
Yeah.
Have I ever camped in extreme cold? No, but I hope I find out this winter how it is to do what it is to do that.
Yeah, Mike, as much as you've been dreaming about that, you're going to have to force yourself, at least do a weekend.
I got to do it. I just so want to do it. It's not even a bucket list thing. It's just I want to do it. I just want to do it, and I want to do it. I don't want to do it just once. I want to be able to come home and say to the wife, see you Sunday, or see you in the morning, or see you tomorrow afternoon, or whatever, you know. Hey, Stan, it is good to see you too, my friend, and you take care, and we'll talk to you soon.
Nice to see you, Stan.
Night, Stan.
Yeah, I haven't seen Stan in a while. It's great to see him. But yeah, no, I just, there's a couple of people on that show. Well, no, it's the other show I can deal without. There's another person on the other show I can deal without. Life Below Zero. The chick that owns Kavik, I can deal without her. But
You talking about the one way out in the tundra, the little airport?
yeah, I can't take
I
her.
don't know why, but that girl was my favorite character.
Oh, she whines over everything.
Oh, does she? Well, see, I only watched one season.
I mean, I think it's, again, I think that's fascinating too. She's by herself. Although until I don't know, she has people there, so I don't know if she has, what do you call it, come for like the caribou. What do you call it? Their
I remember
guides.
her talking about hunting clients.
Yeah, so that's only in season. So when it's not, I mean, but they're not helping her work. I mean, she's doing all that work by herself.
Yep.
But you know,
she's also the local fuel station too.
Right, for airplanes. Yeah.
Planes come to get it for the hunters or whatever.
And you know what's weird? I was watching a show on, was it on Discovery? It might have been on Animal Planet. I don't know. Anyway, I'm watching a show. I don't think it was Animal Planet. I'm watching a show, and they use an airline that used to be a show on Discovery. They used to have this TV show on Discovery, Alaskan Airways, Alaskan something.
Oh, I remember that.
All right, with the husband and the wife, and they owned the airport there.
Yeah.
All right, and then the daughter was learning how to fly, and da 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 da. All right.
Yeah.
And then they did another airport. You know what I mean? So it was like, how people. All right. Well, remember the father with the gray hair, the tall guy with the gray hair and the glasses? He was a pilot on another TV show. They got in his plane. I'm like, Gina, I said to my wife, remember the TV show? She's like, yeah, I remember. I noticed who it was.
Yeah, that's funny when that stuff happens.
I would have thought Mike was like Shelby Stanger's new apprentice.
Uh-oh.
I did.
I have to go check that out.
I did. I saw that last night. Crazy Shelby's back.
I like that guy. I gotta go check it out.
He's back. But yeah, I do. I lived in Alaska for 5 years today. I wonder why I left. No shit, Vanessa. I wouldn't.
My daughter just got back from there. I said, girl, you're living my dream.
Every person that goes there, I ask them if I can go. And my wife says, no, you can't. You know why my wife says, no, you can't? Because I would say, get there, and I'd say to my wife, I'd call home, tell her I got there safely, and I would say, send my children. Because I know she ain't going to come. People are like, oh, can you move that far away from your family? I said, yes. And I love my family. I love my mom, obviously, my brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews and all them. But I'm a firm believer you should do what makes you happy. If it's feasible, I'm not going to uproot the kids. I can guarantee you right now, if I didn't have children, I would be either. There'd only be 3 states I'd be in. It'd be Maine, Montana, or Alaska. Be only 3 states. And it would probably most likely have been Alaska. And not that I have to go live and be, solitary and all that. But I don't need to live in a town that has 30,000 people in it either. 3 grand's good. A couple of 3,000 people, 2,000 people, grand. And that's fine by me.
Now, see, that's what's weird about my town. I got like, according to Google or whatever, 3,500 people live here.
Oh, cool.
I bet you I got 20 million passing through every day.
Oh, there you see. That sucks.
I'm right on one of the main drags.
All right. Yep. See, that sucks in a way.
Oh yeah, you don't want to go out there at 5 o'clock. I'll tell you that.
Where I go in New Hampshire, right? Where I vacation in New Hampshire. That town has like 3,000, whatever, right? In the summertime, it more than doubles.
Yeah.
But there is one major route that goes through it, but it doesn't. It goes through like the little center of town, so to speak. It's not like this major center or anything like that. It's just, but the heart of the town itself, you don't see the traffic. The only time you see the traffic is when the Boy Scouts go in and out. That's it.
Right.
New Boy Scouts come in, old Boy Scouts go home, and that's it on Sundays. Other than that, it's not like you can walk for miles without seeing a car or anything like that. But it's nothing like the, I've said it before, I live in a town of 35,000, and the city beside me has about 90 in it. So, and that's only one adjacent town. The other, I forget how many the other adjacent town has. There's probably, so that's 6,950 plus Pelham. If you took the 3 adjacent towns and added my own to it, probably 150,000 people. Mike, you want to move to Washington and live next to Mick Dodge? No, Mick Dodge isn't one of my favorite. I'd take Anchorage. Actually, I'd probably just live outside Anchorage, but yeah, I'd take Anchorage. HR1 Weapons says, I've counted 4 tree and brush hauling contractors with huge rigs still hauling all day long. FEMA. Wow. I hope things get better down there.
Did you see Coda Boy had a tree on his house?
I did not. Was he all right?
Yeah. His wife got a good shake and good scare. I think she was on the porch with her camera when that thing came down.
Oof.
Have you ever been that close to a tree when it falls? And I'm not talking about one you cut either.
Yeah,
I was walking home with them falling all around me.
The most eeriest sound.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm like, and sometimes it's more than just that one crack. It's
that's a slow wind one. Ooh.
Yeah, and you just want to you cringe, especially at night. You don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah. A major ice storm here when I was a kid, and you could literally walk out in the woods and clap your hands, and trees would start falling like an avalanche. Like you yodel in the mountains and it starts an avalanche. That was the creepiest thing.
Yep. Since the storm, the contractors won 4 rigs each, really.
Wow. Well, I'm glad FEMA showed up. I hope they're doing it right this time.
Yeah. Did they learn a lesson the first time? Oh, there's the other thing I meant to tell you. So you guys, we talked about a couple weeks back, well, a few weeks, I should say, right? About the gas explosions that happened up here.
Yeah. That happened during the hurricane, the last one, right?
No, none of it happened during a hurricane. So
there was a hurricane going on south of you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, all the storms down there. Yeah. So here's the thing, right? I work with a couple of guys at FedEx. They still don't have heat. They still don't have gas. So they got put up in a hotel. They have a hotel until, not that it ain't going to get done by then, but if need be, they have the hotel free until November 21st.
Wow.
It's still a mess. There are gas guys and cops and sheriffs and from everywhere. I drove by one the other day. And the kid was 7 o'clock in the morning. And they're carrying shit, and I said to him, "I said, God bless all of you." And he's like, "I haven't seen my wife in over a month." So he's from out of state somewhere.
Right.
I mean, he probably doesn't have a vehicle up here to go home on the weekends or anything. I'm just assuming that.
I feel extra sorry for people in these situations who are dependent on dialysis or medication or in chronic pain or discomfort.
Yeah, then the inconvenience becomes a tragedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible when that shit happens. It's just.
Speaking of which, how's your back doing?
A little better. I found a new pill.
Oh?
Yeah. It's Aleve back and muscle pain. Or
Really?
for back. Aleve for back and muscle pain. And it works pretty good.
Awesome. How about you, Shalisa?
Not ready to say.
Oh, okay. Still up in the air?
Yeah, I'm in bad shape. Is what it is.
True.
Yeah, it sucks. It's. I know for me, it's just one of those things. I just try to do my best to put out my mind, and like one of the guys, one of the stops I go to, I usually go to them first thing in the morning. And today I didn't get to them. I had to do them last because there was just too much traffic going the other way. And I was headed to Maine, and they're the next town down in Andover in Mass. So I said, "Hey," I said, "sorry about not being able to get you this morning." But he goes, "Mike," I go, "What?" He goes, "You got your boots tied." He said, "I've never seen you with your boots tied." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "That's because as the day goes by and I loosen up, I can actually bend over and tie my shoes." That's his first thing in the morning. Not happening. It's not happening. Unless it's the morning that I wake up and my back doesn't hurt. And those are far but few between. But if it's one of those mornings, then I can do it. If not, yeah, I don't tie my boots.
Last Monday, Mike, I had back injections.
Mm-hmm.
And I had those done 10 years ago, and I think I got 15 minutes of relief. And they talked me into getting it done again this year, or now, 10 years later, because things have changed and all that. So I went for it, and I was really comfortable. I had a good probably 36 hours, maybe 48 hours of, everything just went quiet. it was amazing. I hadn't felt no pain in 10 years. It's crazy when you go in pain that long.
Was it cortisone?
It was epidural steroidal injection. I'm not sure exactly which one.
Okay. I've had the cortisone shots.
Did it work for you?
Yeah or no? Well, yes, because when I got it, I was real bad, like super bad. The thing I didn't like about it though is that they put that gel was as cold as fucking an iceberg.
Oh, before they put the needles in, or they
gave me some
in
cold
you?
gel. No, they before they put the needles in it, she gave me she put this. She said, "Mike, this is going to be ice cold." And she put it on, and I jumped, and then I hurt myself. You know, I was like, "Oh my god, that fucking hurts!" And she said, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." She said, "It'll go away in a minute," and it did. And then it was kind of nice because then I didn't feel the pain anymore. And then she says, "Mike, I'm about to give you your first shot." She gave me 8, 4 up one side of my spine and 4 down the other side. And so she said, I said to her, "Let me guess, I'm going to feel a pinch." She goes, "Oh no, nothing like that, Mike." She says, "But I need you to tell me if you feel anything more than something of the slightest, you know." I said, "Okay, don't worry about it." And she goes, "You all set?" I go, "Yeah, I'm waiting for you to." She goes, I'm already on number 2. I'm like, "Oh, okay," you know.
Nice.
But that did work for a while.
When they put the cold stuff on me, I was like, "Oh my God, that feels so good." And they started laughing their asses off. They said, "You're the first person to ever say that." So they said, everybody jumps or screams or gives and explains what you just did about the cold.
Yep.
They said the same thing.
I did good with mine until I put my leg in a hole up to my knee when I was cutting my grass. I fell in a woodchuck hole.
Oh, that seems to be the most painful thing, is stepping too further down than you really should have. Oh, yeah. I swear that's the first time I actually noticed my back. That might have been what did it. Oh, yeah. That's the worst pain.
I've stepped off a 2-inch curb I didn't know was coming, and it just jars your whole system.
Oh, that extra step you don't know is there. Oh.
Yeah, and it's...
I'm really bummed that I'm not like I was a month ago. I was doing so good since my transplant. I've been hiking and running all around the woods. Yeah. I feel like somebody just hit the pause button on me. They told me, I'm trying not to get down about it. They told me that I'd get the full effect in 2 weeks, but I have a feeling I'll have to go back for a different one. But don't ever give up, Mike.
Have a good night, Youper.
Good night, Youp. Good seeing you.
Night, Youper.
My bone doctor said those shots aren't fixing the problem. No, they're not. And my cousin,
I
think I told you guys, my cousin's a, what do you call it, doctor? And he said the cortisone. Now, this is cortisone. It may not be the same shots Alicia took. It may not be the same shots somebody else might have had. Cortisone is not good for you. It dries out your bones.
Yeah, I brought that up because everybody's on YouTube's been getting me all kinds of pointers and stuff and things to look out for. And so I'll go in to see my doctor with a few extra questions, thanks to all our lovely YouTube friends. And it gives me reassurance.
The other thing that people need to understand is that some people's back injuries are bone related. Some are strictly nerve related.
That's supposed to be mine.
Some is
Okay.
muscle related also.
What's
What
that,
related?
Stevie?
Muscle related also.
Yeah. So like mine. Hey Dish. Dish, did you get any mail yet?
Oh,
Oh, she
speaking
did
of
get it.
which,
She
I
just
gotta
said
go watch
thanks.
the video.
Good. I'm glad you got it, sweetie. So mine, right? I forget which one it was. I think he said L3 and 4 I'm having an issue with. But my disc came out so apparently this is how he did it to me. He said it went like this. Doink. Now, it didn't go like this. Okay. But it went over enough. And it hit, no pun intended, hit a nerve. And so not only did I need what I needed, but I also needed physical therapy and all that bullshit. Now, if I A would lose some weight, B if I at least exercise my back. I'm not talking about exercising me, which probably wouldn't hurt, but it ain't gonna happen. But if I exercise my back, in other words, if I did the exercises they gave me for my back, I would probably feel better. I don't have the time. I just don't.
I get relief from some of the stretches. I do them right here on a live stream, and man, it's just amazing. Just a few stretches.
Oh yeah. The other thing I do though, when I feel it's coming on, so I haven't thrown. I need some wood. Knock on wood. I haven't thrown my back out since I hit the hole. Okay, and I was done for 10 days. 10 days I didn't go to work. I didn't. I don't even think I left my house. And I'm walking like this. You know, it would literally take me 15 minutes to walk to the bathroom. It was horrid. But now sometimes I can feel it. Like it feels like it's gonna go. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so I stop. I take you guys can laugh all you want, but I take a couple of deep breaths. And I go, okay, hang on, and I'll hold on to a wall if I have to, whatever. But I lift my leg up as far as I can get it. I grab my knee and I stretch it. Okay, or I'll put my leg up on a chair or a stool or something like this high off the floor, and then I'll bend down to the other foot. And it seems to help a little bit. I'm using my walker around my neighborhood for 2 miles a day. Yeah, right. So it's just yoga. But like I said, if I did everything they told me to do, I probably wouldn't have the issues I have. But like I said, I'm way too busy for that.
Yeah, I can feel mine when it's getting ready. You get that little tightness and that little numb kind of whatever. And I'll tell my boss, look, I need lighter duty for a couple of days, and then I'll be fine. But if I keep doing what I'm doing, it's going to go. And then I'm effed for a couple of days.
It's good that you can see that coming and do that.
Yeah, I can tell it right away. Well, I'll do something, and I think mine is just muscles, torn muscles and what have you. But I can feel it. It's like, oh, I feel that little twinge in there.
Yeah, we all gotta pace ourselves.
Yep.
You know, it's just one of those things, you know. I couldn't do a pull up, Vanessa, if my fucking, you're feeling sensitive, dish, and you want to come by and bitch away. Absolutely. What's up? I have no issues with that, Dish. You know that.
Oh,
By the way,
dear.
I didn't get the job I was hoping to get. Sorry to hear that, Gear. I told that boss if he doesn't work out to give him a ring, I'm ready to start anytime.
If Dish starts out her bitch session as this one time at band camp, I'm gonna lose it.
No, she was just messing because of the title. I figured she was before she even wrote that. Yeah, no, it's that when I find it when I walk a lot, it doesn't hurt as much.
Yeah, walking is great.
You know, and you know, look, driving for a living probably isn't helping it.
Right on.
You know, lifting up 70-pound 5-gallon pails probably isn't the best thing in the world because you know I don't use my legs. I just grab it and go. You know what I mean? All that stuff probably isn't helping matters.
I have no clue what the heck HRM is trying to say. Can you make any sense out of that?
Yep, he's talking about police getting testicle cancer from putting a radar gun in their laps. Who he's talking to about it, I have no idea.
I think he's talking to Vanessa.
Rot the nuts off from the radar gun. I get it now.
Oh, yeah, he is. He's talking to Vanessa.
Gonna do a hydro dip. I
Ooh,
bet.
that'd be interesting.
Is she gonna hydro dip or is she gonna do another shooting video?
Well, I ain't going through all the trouble of making her a beaver skull.
No, she wouldn't. She wouldn't do that.
That's interesting. And I've seen that on deer skulls too, on like gun racks and stuff, where the hydro dip it.
I'm just teasing, Dish. I know you wouldn't do that to Stevie if Stevie gave you a skull. Hey, Dish, I do have a question for you though about the antler. It's not pink, is it?
Doink.
I can see it now. She's gonna fucking throw something through the fucking lines. I'm gonna be like doink on the side of the fucking head in 2 seconds. God no. What's wrong with you? Prepping doing door finally made it. What, you have a fucking date? Jesus Christ, where the hell you been?
Happening, prepping.
What's the matter with you?
I don't think I've ever seen him show up at the tail end like that.
I know. Pink is a new purple. I like purple. Pink is a new purple. That's good. You were sleeping and dozed off. Nice. Nice that you slept through my chat because you were tired. Nice. What's the matter with you? I fell asleep on another chat one night, and this beautiful young lady named Bird Dog. And the only reason I know this is because I went back and watched it, because I said, oh, even Bird Dog tried to wake up, she couldn't do it. So I went back and I watched till where I fell asleep, and I promised. I said, oh my God. I says, can I fake like I'm sleeping just so I can have you try to wake me up in that same voice? Oh my God, please. Can you do that again, please?
She does have a nice voice.
Oh, she's great, people. She's great.
I'd like to see her around more.
Yeah, she's wicked busy, I hear. So, that shit happens, it's, I wish that Shane in Pennsylvania, Shane and Wyndham Woodcraft and Dutch Knife Guy would come back to YouTube and make more videos.
Right.
But speaking of Bird, was she in the path of the hurricane? I don't know. DSW of the outdoor kind. How the hell have you been, my friend?
Happening, DSW.
About what'd you say? You try your bow out yet? No, it's still behind me, buddy. See?
Yeah, watch pulling that thing with a bad back.
I didn't string it.
Build up those muscles.
I didn't string it on it. Mike, did you see Mark Scouting Freeze video about that? I did not, Previn. He did a video about those guys. I'm not as honest to drunk. I'm not. I didn't. So what? Scout and Free did a video on that. Vanessa Kitty said she used a new Tonto blade for making kindling today. It has a 1/4-inch thick blade. Fuck. That goes through a car door. Right? 1/4-inch. I think that'll go through a car door.
Right. Tonto blade's strong anyhow, let alone being a 1/4-inch thick, for Pete's sakes.
Shit. That'd probably fucking hurt like a sumbitch.
Oh man, thump right to the bone.
Yeah, that's all you're gonna feel. You're not even gonna feel it. It's just gonna. Don't even feel the blood coming out of your fucking hand. Listen, hey, Preppin, I know you just got here, and I know you just woke up because, that's what you do on Friday nights in fucking Jersey, because there's nothing better to do in Jersey but to go to sleep.
Oh, he's all fresh now. He should start a chat.
Oh, and by the way, you still owe me coming on here, bud. Remember? You got to become part of the Friday night crew. Not that you're not part of the Friday night crew, don't say what I'm saying, but you know what I mean, like on the panel. Don't worry, there's no interview or anything. Okay, we don't. I think I've known you long enough that I can put you on here. Just no train wrecks, please.
That's all right. You always got the dump button.
Right.
Then you could tell them, hey, I made you a star. I can take it away. Yeah,
Prep. Don't worry about it. It's all good, buddy. What did you do to me, Vanessa Kitty? Ooh, gee, I could answer that. I want to so bad.
Start music now.
I got the mustache for it, so you might as well just start the music for it. You know. All right, but listen, it is 12:35. And apparently I have a big day ahead of me tomorrow. As I was just notified, I'm taking out a soccer team to Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, at least you're going to a place where they sell decent coffee.
True. So I want to thank everybody that came in, and I know tonight, you know, it's just one of those things just happened over the week, over a week and a half or so, I guess, and just been noticing a lot of things, you know, and sensitivity is one of them. So I'm not telling you what to do in your own life. I never would, right? Because who the fuck am I? But if you are of the sensitive type, ease it down just a little bit. You know, to every definition of the word, okay? Whether somebody at work teases you, instead of flying off the handle at him and her, just like, haha, whatever, and go away. You know what I mean? Or if Mikey D makes fun of you, right? And maybe you weren't in the mood, let's just try not to be so overly sensitive, especially over little stupid shit, right? Because little stupid shit don't matter worth the shit. All right. Listen, we hope we all see us tomorrow night, Stevie's chat. I want to say 9:30-ish.
Yeah, that's a good estimate.
Okay. So we will see you then. Why are you crying? What'd I do? Oh, it's Chaos. How are you, buddy? Sorry, bud. I know you just got here, but we're gonna skedaddle. So thanks everybody for coming in. Thanks to the guys that were on the panel that they had to leave though, and you guys, you too. Thank you very much for sticking around. Much appreciated. And we'll talk to everybody. Well, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night on Stevie's. But if we don't, we'll see you next week.
Night,
Peace.
everyone.